So I 23 am lives alone in a rented apartment and work as a software developer. I don't earn too much, but it's enough for me to live a decent life because I don't have many needs. So my sister 28F got married 1 week ago, and I didn't attend the wedding. There is a long story behind it. Since I remember I was like 11 or 12, my sister, who was extroverted, used to make fun of me with her friends whenever they came home. I didn't know who my father was. Maybe he divorced or he died. I didn't really care. I used to live in my grandmother's house, and my mom was away for the whole day as she worked as a grocery shopkeeper to feed the family. Back to the main point, I wasn't good looking, and to be honest, I looked horrible. But it still hurted when my sister and her friends used to laugh about it. After school, I had to make food because mom didn't teach her to do anything. She was brilliant in her studies, and I was not, so my mom clearly loved her more than me. I used to do the whole housework except on the weekends and at night. She used to say I was super dumb and idiot because she got first rank in her class. I got 55 to 60%. I disliked her from the very beginning but didn't hated her until the beginning of these incidents. When I was like 16, my mother got me a smartphone, a refurbished one, and my sister got a brand new, but I didn't mind. Few months went great. I used to do lots of things in my mobile. One of them was watching sex videos and stuff to release my stress because I was fucked up everywhere, in home and in school as well. Now I look at it and see how stupid I was, but nevertheless, one day when I went to buy vegetables in the evening and got home, my sister was giggling looking at phone and said to me, "That's why you are so poor at studies, you waste your whole time on this." I tried to steal away the phone from her hand but failed cause she was stronger than me, and then I begged her not to tell mom. She told me she can do that. I would kneel in her toes and lick her sandals. I didn't want to do this, but I had to do it. Then she asked me to give her all my pocket money, and after that she gave me back my phone. I was relieved and felt happiest in my entire life, but guess what? Boom, when my mom came, she told her everything, and as sly as she was, she took screenshots of my phone's history and showed it to our mother. Thereafter my mother called and whipped the hell out of me and then took away my phone for good. I cried and told her she took my money and forced me to kneel, but she wouldn't buy any of that. I cried all night but knew no one would come to help me. I didn't talk to my sister and rarely talked to my mother after that. I was suffering from complete boredom. Almost 1.5 years later, she tried to talk to me multiple times, but I ignored her as she was invisible. About that time, she started dating a muscular guy from college. She and her boyfriend were sitting in my room, and her boyfriend was using my Nintendo Switch, and both of them were sitting on my novels because I left them scattered in my bed before, and when I went to my room after school, she told me she wanted me to her BF. The sight of seeing her trying to make amends like nothing ever happened and her BF touching my stuff infuriated me. That I told her straight away, "Get out of my room, bitch," and her BF stopped touching me stuff. Soon after, before I could realize, her BF started beating me and she started laughing. I didn't bleed, but my bowl left immense pain. There was severe pain in my stomach after that for weeks cause my navel was displaced, and I told my mom about this matter. She brushed it off and said it was my fault because I was too arrogant. I couldn't continue staying there, but I had no choice to but stay there after all that because there was nobody who could help me. I don't know how I stayed there for 1 more year, and after completing school, I called my uncle, borrowed some money for college, and told him I would pay him in future with interest. I left home, but my mother and sister didn't care a bit. My sister became like a psychologist or something now. How ironic. So I used to get calls from my mother, but I mostly didn't attend them or used to talk to her like for a minute or so. But 1 month ago, my sister and my mother came to my apartment. I think they got the address from my uncle. She announced that she was getting married to her new BF. I honestly don't know how many BFS she had in her life. Honestly, only she knows. She said sorry for the first time in her life, and my mom also, that they realized what they had done in the past to me. It was too much. I was on for a while the whole time listening to them, and I said I forgive them and I don't hate them, but now they don't exist for me. I won't come to your wedding because I dislike you or something. Whatever happened in the past was also my fault, but I don't care about any of this. They abused me for an hour or so and they left. 1 week ago, I saw the photos of my sister on Insta looking super happy with her hubby, and my mom looked happy too. I think I was always the problem and will ever be. I thought this whole time no one would come to save me, but I now realize I am unsavable, and I was the villain all along.